This was a monster year for exchange-traded funds. About $485 billion flowed into ETFs this year, and every indication points to a strong 2021. Here with a look at some trends to watch out for in the new year is Reggie Browne, principal at GTS. So Reggie, before we look ahead to next year, let's just pause for a minute and take a look at the spectacular year 2020 has been for ETFs. I know that clean energy ETFs are absolutely on fire this year, in part because President-elect Joe Biden's push for going greener. But what were some of the big trends, some of the big winners this year?
Well, look, anytime the retail investor has the opportunity to be self-directed and make their own decisions, ETFs provide that avenue, and I think that's what you're seeing. The ETF industry is marching to a $25 trillion run rate of collecting assets within the next 7 years. So I think, it's all gangbusters. I think the themes going forward and what we're seeing this year is really just around the future of everything. I think Tesla was a big catalyst for investor interest, and you're seeing interest around the future of travel, the future of how we work. And so, the future of everything through innovation captured through ETFs, I think will be very popular, not only this year as we see, but going forward in 2021. So President-elect Biden and his policies around green energy will be a catalyst for future innovation and growth in that sector.
Okay, so that's a trend you see continuing, because we've seen that sort of pick up steam this year. Some other areas that you like and you believe we're going to see a lot of activity in is biotech. Talk to me a little bit about that, and how did that sector do in terms of ETFs in 2020?
Well, I think, first of all, if you look at how quick the scientists came to the marketplace with the COVID-19 vaccine, I think we're seeing innovation around that, around mindset change, just like everything else. We're seeing what's possible, and I think that there'll be additional investment in the biotech arena. And if you look at the Spider Biotech ETF, it's picked up a lot of speed, great performance this year. And it feels like that's going to be a trend next year because you have mindset change around investments in that particular sector. And then there's a lot of innovation, whether you're talking about neurology, whether you're talking about delivery of medicine, that all comes into the biotech arena. And it's easy to capture those plays into a single ETF. And the Spider ETF is just one of those plays in order to use it.
You also see innovation of capital raising continuing, and the popularity of the SPAC continuing into 2021. How's that going to play out in the ETF market?
Well, look, I think let's step back. I think we've seen $81 billion raised via SPACs, so special purpose acquisition companies. And it's always been the desire of the commission and regulators to get mom and pop retail to participate in the capital formation of companies. You look at all these companies that have come to the marketplace, Airbnb, even the private companies that came recently. All that market cap happened without retail participation. And now just what ETFs do now has allowed mom and pop retail to play into that marketplace to participate in the capital formation of new companies. So SPACs, and there's a new ETF that was brought out by Matt Tuttle and Defiance around capital raising, and it just launched a couple of weeks ago. I think that there's a trend to bring mom and pop retail into the marketplace. So SPACs is one area that I think we'll see this first ETF, but a number of ETFs come into the marketplace in order to allow retail participation.
All right, lots to look forward to there in the new year. Reggie Browne, principal at GTS. Happy holidays to you.
Well, same to you. Thanks for having me. Happy New Year to you.